Someone asked me, why do I attract emotionally unavailable people? And so I want to pull some cards to look at the emotionally unavailable person to kind of see what it is that's happening in them that is drawn to you. Okay, so I think first of all, they can tell that you don't have a good support system, people that you can really trust and depend on, that you're certain about. And emotionally unavailable people don't like to have to do hard things, have tough conversations, grow, evolve, all of the things that friends, families, teams are all required to do, partners included. And so, one of the first things that I think you might want to look into is assessing your social circle, assessing your family dynamics, asking yourself, maybe do I actually have a support system and I just haven't really pinned it down and identified that? That I know that this person's for this person's for this, even if I can't go to one person for everything, which is like a thing we've all wanted, right? Best friend forever kind of thing. Some of us have, but most of us don't. So that's a good first step. A part of the reason you're bringing these people into your life is because there may be some emotional barriers in yours, some misunderstandings about that type of connection and the different types of love that are out there with others, and they use that to their advantage. All right, what's another thing we need to understand about these types of people? They do not like responsibility. And you are the type of person to let people slide, to handle it yourself, to just say, it's fine, I got it. And when you do that, everything becomes your responsibility, meaning everything's your fault. Again, that's not actually true, but if you offer that to someone in a dynamic, it's very easy to slide into that, to feel the burden and the weight from all the emotional labor, and every mistake is like, ooh, I had to make that hard choice, so it's on me. So you've got to figure out, is there a pattern in your relationship dynamics where you don't want to bother people? Is it, people pleasing is a simple one, but it could go further. There could be all kinds of reasons why you just don't say anything. Maybe you just don't like conflict. That is a part of people pleasing, but it's its own thing as well. So take a moment with that, because these people thrive on environments where they get to just be. They don't have to worry about anything. They love a place where there's no accountability, lack of responsibility. It changes everything for them. And we do not dishonor ourselves by creating environments like that for others. Okay, and last card, why are you attracting emotionally unavailable people? What is it in them that is looking really for like a victim or a mark, is kind of how this is coming across, yeah? Okay, ignoring personal boundaries and pressuring into uncomfortable situations. So this goes with the people pleasing. This goes with, there's a few things we've already kind of talked about, but I think that this mainly is speaking of knowing how to put down healthy boundaries with people, knowing when a boundary needs to go up, how far to take it, how they work, having a deeper understanding. Because when somebody says you need to lay some boundaries, it's such a common turn of phrase that we don't actually do anything with it. That happens a lot with words, like gaslighting is one of them, that now everybody says it, so it kind of doesn't mean anything to anybody. No one sits with it. And it's very frustrating when you've got someone who knows that you have no boundaries, or you may even have boundaries generally speaking, but relationally. So maybe in your intimate relationships, you have this mindset that, well, there's no boundaries in relationships because you don't want them to have any boundaries with you. But what if that was just created because you had a partner that wasn't trustworthy? Or, you know what I mean? Like, what if that wasn't a boundary that you actually wanted, but it was just something you felt like you had to do? These are the things that I think you can assess to figure out why you're attracting emotionally unavailable people. and ending up in relationships, partnerships, friendships even, that do not serve you. I hope this helps you, and I hope you take the time to really reflect and not just let this message pass you by. I think that that is the beauty of Awakening Divine, is there is something a little bit deeper in each message. So take your time and figure out what Divine is trying to say to you today. All right, I love you so much. By the way, I never really talk about it on this channel, but I do offer personals. I do offer phone calls. I do offer ascension coaching. So if you're interested in growing as a person, as a spiritual being, but otherwise, I hope that you are enjoying these free readings. I really enjoy doing them. And if you ever have a question, you can leave it in the comments below, whether it's a general question for the public, the collective, or if it's something that you've been curious about within your dynamic or any other aspect of your life. Just let me know, okay? All right, okay. I love you for real. I'm out of here. No, you hang up. Bye.